Hi, I'm Jim Bergeron, pastor at Holy Cross Lutheran Church, and in Houston, Texas. This is the sermon for the fourth Sunday of Epiphany, the 29th of January, 2023. The Beatitudes are a manifesto from Jesus to his disciples, and in Matthew, the opening lines of Jesus' first sermon. His words are descriptive. State of the universe address. These words are indicative, not imperative. If they were imperative, a prescription, they would be humanly impossible. Jesus would be seeming to say, for a really good time, be poor and sad and a hungry doormat. Instead, Jesus describes the normative nature of human struggle and sin and sorrow, and in the same sentence pronounces God's divine promises and protection for us in the midst of those difficult and uncertain times. It's gospel, not law. So this is who we are and how we operate. Maybe it will be helpful to you. Every condition mentioned here is a precursor condition anticipating the next thing, the most noble anticipation, the kingdom of heaven, a near condition. Blessed are the poor in spirit, literally short of breath. Think of the panic of asthma or emphysema here, COPD, crushed and overwhelmed to the point of dependence. At that point, the smallest kindness is appreciated. It's CPR in the midst of a life-threatening blockage. God's the eternal pulmonologist who breathes spirit into us with every creative living breath. Blessed are those who mourn, lost and lonely, and they know it and feel constantly a profound sense of loss, of emptiness. And that's necessary for the appetite to reconnect in the future. Anticipate breathlessly God's presentation of new connections and relationships in a better situation. Happy are those who are meek. They're in tandem yoke with Jesus, harnessed under helpful control, not timid, but obedient and eager, even under duress or in weakness. Meekness is the strength of character, the ability to suit up and show up, no matter how you feel. Faithfully keep on trucking. Meekness is the bridle on a strong and beautiful steed. One of the meekest movie characters is that little pig in Babe. He brings harmony to his fellow barnyard animals while Rex, the sheepdog, uses bullying and fear to get what he wants. Farmer Hoggett enters Babe in the sheep herding contest, and everyone laughs at him until Babe wins the blue ribbon through kind meekness. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. One has to know about personal unrighteousness to do this, to have a deep and healthy sense of personal sin and personal responsibility. There's no going back to the garden, no perfectibility. Jesus doesn't put on a new coat of varnish. He raises from the dead. Search yourself. Don't try to justify yourself. Emptiness will invite spiritual sustenance. The merciful will be happy too. They look like fools in an aggressive and competitive world. For the merciful, everyone else has the right of way or the benefit of the doubt. It won't hurt too bad if that guy in the hot rod Camaro cuts into your lane to get ahead of you. Maybe he's taking a sick child to the hospital. Call it innocent until proven guilty. People will do you wrong. It might be their act was unintentional, and they're not even aware of its effect on you. Be kind to them regardless. Ride a motorcycle in the city, and you will learn the wisdom of this one real quickly. Is the right-of-way important enough to die for? Pure in heart. Blessed are those who are empty of personal agendas. To wish one thing only, that God has His way. Focus. Get clean. Catharsis. God has a plan. I really don't. Purge yourself, and in that emptiness, God will fill you. Pray to God to give you your next best intuition or decision. Peacemakers will always be happier, not fomenting controversy so as to enjoy some drama. Eric Berne, in his classic book, Games People Play, describes a sad little game that people play called Let's You and Him Fight. Those who disarm gossip instead of passing it along will be happy, not addicted to adrenaline, and yet not glossing over the call to be honest and to have authentic interactions, adjusting realistically to the prevailing conditions of life, adapters. Those who make war are by definition those who refuse to adjust or adapt. You'll be blessed also if you are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Not just any persecution, you're standing up for fairness and getting hammered for what you honestly believe. Or do we say canceled these days? Being disrespected because of your point of view or your way of seeing the world and finding meaning in it, it's instructive. You can expect maybe slander or personal attacks or even ad hominem statements. I disagree because you're ugly or stupid or phobophobic. So what? Rejoice. You know who you are, you know whose you are. And the results are you are the salt of the earth. Act from that stance and you will flavor all life around you. People will need you to help their lives be at least palatable, if not exciting and zesty. You're the salt of the earth. Your absence would be obvious. You are the light of the world. Even better, you will provide hope for those who are lost in the dark night of the soul. You will be one happy point in their otherwise miserable day. You'll be able to cheer up and encourage those around you. It only takes a tiny candle to make darkness defunct. You lift up profound depression. The text is not about how to be happy. This is how to empty yourself so happy can come in. This is not forcing life. It's accepting life. And it just gets better in escalating increments as Jesus speaks. He starts with blessed, makarios. It means happy or centered in a sense of serenity, even in calamity. Calm acceptance, a healthy, productive stance toward life. Today's blessed might be more easily understood as extremely cool. Extremely cool are the poor in spirit, the mourners, the meek, the hungry, the merciful, the disingenuous, the peacemakers, and the persecuted. Extremely cool in two ways, because they can handle whatever life tosses at them, because we admire their grace under pressure. Extremely cool is a stance toward life. It's a way to be, ontological. It's not a feeling or an activity. Archimedes claimed that if he had a place to stand, he could move the planet Earth. With blessed, extremely cool as a place to stand, possibilities are limitless. Jesus follows up with rejoice and be glad. Rejoice, be of good cheer. It's more a shared feeling than a condition or a stance toward life, like being extremely cool. If you are blessed, you can't help sharing that. And be glad. Outward gratitude. Rejoicing in worship and service. Exaltation. Yippee-ki-yay! Let the entheos, the God within, which the word enthusiasm derives, burst forth and spill over in praise. It's an escalating holy trinity of blessedness. We are blessed. We rejoice. We are glad. We are biological. We are anthropological. We are theological. We are alive with being. We are together in community. We celebrate God who gives us these gifts in worship. Or simply are you? Blessed are you who enjoy life, share life, and celebrate life with holy gratitude. Amen.